Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Thomas at Newtec. Thomas, thank you for joining me. We've spoken before, but what I want to start off with is the new advent of Leo constellations. Now, how is that affecting a company like Newtec?
Well, it affects us in different ways. First of all, of course, we are the ground segment technology provider, so there is a rather large expectation to cover all of the specifics that Leo and all of the advantages that Leo may bring in terms of bandwidth, costs, very high throughput of the constellations, the low latencies. All of those aspects have to be translated in ground segment technology. Be compliant with that and make sure that we can cover all of the vertical markets that those constellations and our service providers really want to cover.
Now, you have actually done the first demo, haven't you, of cellular backhaul over 5G?
Yeah, we've done a number of demos on Telesat Leo today. In the last year, actually, we did a very high-speed throughput test, about a gig bidirectional, so half a gig forward, half a gig return. We did a Maritime test, in fact, on the satellite, and we've done now recently a 5G live 5G test with 8K streaming OTT in the 5G core over the Leo constellation. It's a combination of all the things that you expect in the future to happen. We had the 5G core in cooperation with Tier 1 telcos, and we had the right modems and the right hub infrastructure to do the testing over Leo, and we injected 8K video over it to do an over-the-top test as well. So we kind of combined everything that you wanted in the future to happen, really.
Now, I'm going to pick you up on something you mentioned in there, maritime. So looking at the vertical sectors, what sort of is driving the market at the moment?
Well, the maritime market is growing in its relationship with the satellite industry, in the sense that obviously broadband connectivity needs to be everywhere. There's a large IoT type of advent going on in the commercial vessels market, container ships and so on. So there's a lot of requests for connectivity, which leads to more and more ships of different sizes to be connected. Bandwidth demand on cruise ships and yachts, of course, is continuously going up. So there's a lot of technology, and Newtec happens to be really good at high-speed connectivity and efficiency of high speed over high throughput satellites and MEO and Leo constellations. So we're kind of using that momentum to bring that technology to the cruise market, to the yachts, to the fishing boats, and that's a big momentum, and that's going to continue for a number of years.
Now, one of your most successful platforms is the Dialog hub. How's that progressing?
Well, I think Dialog is one of the most common platforms now in the commercial satellite industry. So it's really taken a dominant place. And again, its relationship to different types of satellite, high throughput satellites, satellites that have some advanced payloads, as well as traditional, more wide beam satellites, and then the promise of the same technology being prepped for MEO and Leo. That is a strong technology basis, but there's more and more vertical markets indeed, like the maritime market, and of course the 4G and 5G elements of cellular backhaul that have been brought to the platform. A large deployment in government market as well, and of course in the media environment. So all of these verticals, together with the technology levels and the technology innovation, just make it a more dominant platform in the industry. I think in the last 18 months, the most sold platform in the industry as well.
Now, it would be very remiss of me if I didn't mention the public knowledge about the potential acquisition by ST Electronics. Can you comment?
Well, we can talk about what the public available information means. So we have an offer from Singapore Technologies Engineering to acquire the company. We believe it will take a number of months before all the merger filings and the regulatory approvals are done. And then we hope to merge activities with the different entities within Singapore Technology Engineering that are relevant to the satellite industry. We're looking at the strategy of that and how we can use that and leverage that to the best extent to bring value to the satellite industry. That looks great, and I hope we have a great execution of that. Yeah.
Thomas, thank you very much.
Thank you.